Welcome to 108 Gate. We are doing the Sagittarius reading for January 2024. You can actually utilize the reading whenever you come to it, but the putting up an eye out into the ether is 2024 January. So, Sagittarius. Coming in with a very confident vibe. I'm doing this, I'm doing it my way, and if you don't like it, then so be it. So definitely a vibe of leaving behind anything that's not suitable for self, leaving behind anything that's not a part of your future plan. And as you're doing that, you are very much so with the intention of moving forward into a space where you want to go, how you want to go, if you want to go. And it's just very much so around about how you want to do it. Very focused on self, very focused on your own methods, very focused on you. The confidence does feel more than usual, even for Sagittarius. Not saying anything about that in a negative way. It's more to do with you're feeling more authentically confident, as opposed to trying to present yourself as confident but not feeling confident about something. So that's a good feeling there. And the reason you're feeling this way and allowing more of this confidence to come in is because you've either had some kind of exchange where someone's giving you something or you've given someone else something, but you're seeing that there's a sense of humility coming into this space. There's a sense of understanding when we're giving and receiving, that there's a certain exchange that happened. A very interesting vibe here is that there's certain things from the past going to be coming up about where you were giving or receiving something and you didn't quite understand the value of it previously, but you're going to have the kind of, it's like an insight or flashes of insight coming in now to indicate to you, why was that of value before? Although you didn't understand the value of it before, that's not important anymore, because you are coming to a point of understanding now why it was of value then. You didn't see it then, but you can see it now. So this is the important point now, of at least at some point you have now recognised the value of something and you're appreciating it with it and going with it, appreciating of it and going with it. So in this place of acknowledging this, you're going to have many things present themselves to you, which some are suitable, some are not. You now have to discern what is the most suitable for you and what's not. So I'm going to take this a bit slower and get another deck, because in this process it feels like you have a chance now to exercise your response of one thing to another. So your reality can change now if you change your response. So in the past, when you were in one frame of thinking and you had certain opportunities given to you, you had certain resources and things like that given to you, you didn't understand the full value before. You didn't understand quite why you were receiving it. You just felt like, I've got to receive it, I've got to take this, I've got to do that. But now you're understanding certain parts of it, not all of it, but certain parts of what you were receiving and the value of it. So now it's understanding to not just run into something too soon, too fast, because it feels better than it has previously. This is now about taking your time to really assess the lesson that you were having, or the understanding you're having, the flashes of inspiration, the flashes of insight that you're having, utilising them to a point where now you can identify what is correct for you and what is not. It sounds easy, it seems like it's straightforward, but it's not particularly straightforward because of the energies that are shifting alongside of this. Therefore, right now it feels as though when you're ready to move away from something, ready to that's it, I'm done, I'm cut, instead of doing it in the very fast, not thinking it through fully, or not allowing it to organically kind of conclude or assemble, is allowing you to have this Two of Swords energy, making sure that you're assessing, right, which way am I going, why am I going in this direction? And if you don't have an answer come to you straight away, take the time to let the answer come to you in a wholesome manner, in a truthful manner. So all these things are here, but some may be shiny and not giving you exactly what you need. You don't want to go back into the loop of actually like getting on the boat, going round and having to come back again. You want to get on the boat and to go away to a nicer coast, a nicer space, a nicer place within yourself. Actually taking the correct opportunities for you and then moving on. You don't want to be doing a loop back here again. So it is saying don't just rush into something. You've got 2 of Swords here. There could be something presenting itself as something different but actually being something the same. It could be something that's presenting itself as something the same, but it's coming up as something different, or there's other combinations too. Just taking your time to really assess things, really taking your time to allow things to organically take shape, organically shift and change, so that you can now see clearly what you'll need to do next. Queen of Pentacles. As you understand that and as you feel into that, you know where your pentacle is going to be placed. You know what to put your bets on. You know what you put your chips into. You know where to invest. You know how to invest in yourself properly and how to invest in the project or person or this or that perfectly. But it's getting to that point of actually acknowledging that and knowing that properly. And if you're already at that stage, and then is deepening that in a more confident manner, deepening that with more humility, deepening that with a greater sense of commitment, a greater sense of depth and connection to it. So it's really great vibe, this is. So in the past, you or someone else may have been, so 7 of Swords here, showing that there were certain things that were not exactly straightforward. Like I said, someone's carrying 5 of Swords away. You've got 2 of Swords left behind. So it could have been yourself at some point, or it could be someone else doing this to you. But it feels more so that you felt like you were gaining something. But then in hindsight, now you're understanding. You fully didn't understand what you were actually gaining before. It may have felt like a victory, it may have felt like you were winning something before, but now you're understanding the actual true value of winning would have been to maybe wait a bit longer. The true value of winning maybe would have been to just spend a bit more time expressing some gratitude or something like that, along the lines of making sure that when you go off in this direction, you've cut your ties where you need to, you've said your piece where you need to, you've expressed love and gratitude where you need to, making sure that everything is the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, kind of thing. And you made sure that you're doing it from a wholesome place, you're doing it from a wholehearted place where you genuinely, sincerely saying it, so then your gratitude can be sincerely felt. So, Queen of Swords, therefore, the clarity coming in around this. It's a bit, it might be a bit shocking as to what's coming up, because you've gone along a certain path. This might not be all of you. It might be that you have bits and pieces coming in, but the way it's coming in is you've gone along a certain path and you thought that is the correct way for me to go, and you disregarded something. You actually disregarded some kind of opportunity because something else looked shinier, or something else looked richer, or something else looked more suitable at the time. It may have been more suitable at the time, but you're seeing the mistakes, you're seeing where you took a wrong turn, you're seeing where you maybe could have compromised a little bit more, or you could have stood up for yourself a bit more. Those little adjustments that could have been made, it's great that you're acknowledging them now, because at least now you can make those changes that are necessary and move on with those changes in mind. Now we've got the King of Swords. This is a great empowerment of clarity. There's so much clarity coming in. You've got a lot of swords here. Yes, they're not exactly the most desirable swords in some places, but in hindsight, if you're acknowledging that's where the swords were and where the swords played a role, this is your opportunity to change that. Therefore, King of Swords now, with that clarity, with that know-how, with that ability to recognise, yes, I could have done that differently. Yes, I could have done that in a different way. Yes, I could have just waited a little bit, or yes, I could have sped this up. Whatever it is for you, the main point is those changes that you could have that you could have made before, but you weren't able to because you didn't recognise it. Now your recognition of it is your power. It's where you can make those changes now to make sure you're heading in the correct direction. So Hierophant, higher guidance. Really, really enjoy this process. it really is quite a beautiful process. It's a divine higher guidance, it's divine higher support, it's there for you and your benefit, and it's really, really wanting you to step out, page one, step out and doing the correct thing for you, but making sure that you're honouring those who have helped you, making sure that you've given the appropriate gratitude and credit where it's due, not just behaving as though it's just you who's done all the work and no one else has helped you, making sure there's people who have helped you along the way and you kind of just run off from them without giving them that thanks, without giving them that thank you for that support you gave me, thank you for that help you gave me, making sure that they at least feel it and know it, that you did genuinely, sincerely appreciate it. You just didn't have the moment at that time to say thanks at that point. The people who helped you genuinely, sincerely, who care about you, who genuinely, sincerely want you to benefit from what's happened in the past and what you've moved forward away from and working towards something better, they will understand this. Knowing who you are, knowing how you work, knowing how you're quite a force to be reckoned with, they will appreciate the gratitude. They will appreciate that time you've taken to stop and think about, you know what, that person helped me, that person gave me their time at this point, that person gave me their support at this point, and I appreciate it. Even now, going back and just giving them that recognition, giving them that support if they need it, giving them that thank you very much for doing that. I acknowledge now, even if I didn't then, I acknowledge now the value of what you gave me. It's really going to go down really well and it's going to benefit you. So Knight of Swords, go into them with that clarity, with that information. They might need that lift up, and you don't know who you're benefiting when you do something like that. It could be that they're feeling down about things and it's like, I help all these people and no one actually appreciates it. Am I actually doing anything worthwhile? Am I actually making an impact in the world? And then you come along and say, you know what, that time when you helped me a few months ago or last year or a few years ago, that really helped me and I want to just say thanks for it now. You don't know who you're impacting and in what ways, because your heart feels really good, your heart feels really sincere and that. So just keep going, enjoy this ride, make sure you're not going in a loop back to here again, make sure you are moving forward. That means possibly slow down a bit, reassess some things and really just feel the organic flow of who you are in a healthy, happy space. So enjoy your January, Sagittarius. It feels fantastic and utilise this to the best of your ability. So for now, peace and love.